What be wrong with people? Hold on. Hello? Girl,
Hello?
you see what's going on?
No. What?
Hold on, let me add Tarré. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Did you see what's going on?
Is this like a grab the mics moment?
We definitely have to talk about this one.
Girl, y'all got me up now.
Grab the mics?
All right.
Is this thing on? Yeah? Okay, good. Welcome to Controversy and Chaos, bitches.
Let's get it started.
I know that mic is like, this bitch breath is hot.
It's not.
Hot as breath.
Why would you just like Hulk? That ew, just
Like,
Let's get it started.
I can't. But before we really get started, I have a message for Dunkin' Donuts and Dunkin' fucking Donuts only. Count your fucking days. Because why would y'all get rid of the churro latte?
Yo.
oh, we still got it.
I literally went on
Mine
Thursday
too.
and got one. So I went
Yeah, I was gonna
today.
say, I just went on Wednesday.
I went today,
They got
tried to
something
order one.
there.
She said, "Oh no, it's discontinued." Bitch,
And
from Thursday
Why?
to today, I don't know. And I was just
they don't
like,
even have a new seasonal one up yet. How do you
No.
take away our seasonal and they don't give us anything?
but that
Just
churro was
Why
so
is that one
good.
seasonal?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Make
it
that a
should've
permanent
stayed-
one. Make it permanent,
the
Dunkin'
churros
Donuts.
is too.
Justice for the churro. It was so good. Now I'm mad. I need to have a sign. It's discontinued. We're no longer
Yeah.
serving it. And I'm like, damn, on Thursday, did I get the last one? Because I definitely
They
had one.
something else.
Shit, you got your
was-
last one.
All right, yeah.
What?
Way to rub it
Don't rub
in.
it in.
Whatever. What episode is this? 17? 17. Boom. Look at that.
17.
Welcome. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. All those pleasantries and shit. Before we get into our main thing for today, Fridays never fucking disappoint.
Bruh.
Girls, meaning the boys, it's fighting. These niggas hate each other so fucking much. I just need to know anybody to give me a full rundown of why it's everybody versus that light-skinned Canadian man. And then
I already told you.
like everybody versus that light-skinned Canadian man. Rick Ross and Tia Kemp is soulmates because them two is one in the fucking same. They act just alike. They act just.
Yes, they do.
I love my baby mama. I never let her go.
Literally. Every time I see his story post, I'm like, this is so Tia coded. Like, what are you doing?
Like, I just like
Yeah,
She's you her.
match made in heaven. Like, y'all just gonna be together. She already got the chompers. She got the Rick Ross special. So just go on ahead and just continue to be together.
Mm-hmm.
When she make those teeth, I'd be like, Lord, please.
I'd be like, baby, them teeth is big as hell. Big.
She'd be like,
oh
I'd be like,
not when we have my top knot and that bottom down like her. Because she be wearing this style too.
Yes,
she do.
That's her shit. Why she rolling up on her kitchen counter? Like, oh, Tia. Please, Tia.
They can never make me hate you. They can never
I
make
love
me
her.
hate you.
Back to the girls. We can get through this Drake shit real fast. That whole new diss track with the AI that came out, I didn't like it. And I was just like, what is this?
Or you were unimpressed.
I was unimpressed.
The diss track with the AI.
Yeah. The AI is what threw me off. I don't know what he was saying. And like,
it was unnecessary.
Probably unpopular take, but I don't care. I don't like Tupac. So just hearing the voice was just like, what is this?
The man is dead.
I don't care.
You don't like who?
I don't like Tupac.
You don't like who? Is it?
What about him?
What is
right?
Right.
He don't make music that speaks to me. I don't like it. Like, Nas is fine, but I'm not listening to a Nas album. Well, yes, I know that. Like, okay, like Round and Round, cool, because you're gonna hear that like out. But like, just like, let me listen to this whole Tupac album. No, please get it out of here. I don't want to hear it.
That is insane.
I don't like it.
That's great.
Just like how
I've
people
never
be
heard
like
a human say that.
diehard Wu-Tang fans. No, I don't want it.
Wu-Tang moved the music.
Okay.
What the?
You know, I feel okay. No, I don't understand. I like Tupac, right? I like watching documentaries about Tupac. I like all things Tupac. I'm not a diehard fan. I'm not gonna tell you I know all
No,
the
me
words.
I
either.
don't like his music.
either.
Like,
But
I don't like his music. Like, if it's like a
I
documentary,
feel that way about Biggie.
see,
I feel that way about Biggie now that I'm getting older, and people be
Yeah,
like, "Oh, you know, I'm a
I can
real
understand that.
big fan," and I'm like, "How?" If I've listened to his music outside of the stuff that we know mainstream, and I'm like, this stuff would never get played for obvious reasons now, but like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't good. It was like yes, he's a lyricist, right? Very good lyricist. But some of the shit, like, I don't know, maybe it's my older 20 years now, but I just would not play this shit and just listen to it at a barbecue. It's foul, and a lot of the stuff that he said about women is like, are you okay?
I can agree with that. But I feel like that's my biggest, like, I guess, beef with the whole Tupac versus Biggie, who's better type of conversation. I feel like overall Tupac was way more versatile. Like, he had so many different types of
Right.
songs. It wasn't all just one thing.
Mhm.
And with Biggie, it's like outside of like the bad boy hits that soon gonna be deleted anyway. When I listen to his music, I'll be like, all right, next. Like, nigga, what the fuck did you just say? Like, I don't want to, like, why are you talking
Yeah.
about RuPaul and Escape? Like, it was just, I just never really cared for it. And I just feel like, honestly, nigga, you ugly as shit. I don't want to hear you talking about nobody's looks.
Yo, the eye was like lazy.
Yes.
It didn't want to get up. It didn't want to work.
I don't even think it was even lazy. That junk was like, because I have a lazy eye too.
He had
I
a
think
dead eye.
it was just like,
and like
I don't know.
And every time the whole Lil Kim thing comes up, and
like, you let that nigga climb on top of you.
You let him tell you that you weren't beautiful. Is my thing.
Like, honestly, truly, honestly.
Anyway,
so yeah,
and watch him roll.
I mean, listen, I feel like my take is just the same. I just don't like Tupac. It doesn't do anything for me.
I just can't believe that. Like,
yeah, that's so crazy.
It's one thing to say like, oh yeah, I'm not like a fan, because I like Tupac, but I'm not like I know every song, every lyric fan. So I wouldn't say that. I know more about him as a person than his actual lyrics.
Yeah, it has nothing to do about like him as a person, but music wise, it's not my taste. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, let me listen to this. Child. No, this was long before Jada entered the chat. Long before.
Yeah.
It's not my vibe. So it was like the AI thing kind of just like threw me off. I get like, I guess why he was doing it, but I just didn't care.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. As soon as it was over, I moved on. Like the other, like for me, the other antics were for me. Sending a mariachi band out for Metro, that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
That I loved.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Metro, but shut your whole ass up. Every time I hear it on TikTok, it makes me laugh. Like, that was good. I love that. That was funny. I didn't need it. It wasn't for me. Funny. That was for other people who like really gonna sit and play it over and over and over and listen to every single word that he says. That was for them. It wasn't for me. So I didn't care about it. But
that's the thing though. Like, if you're not going to do that, then you're not really interested in the rap beef. Because what else they going to do?
Yeah, no. He could have did it differently and caught my attention, because Back to Back caught my attention and I could listen to that. We mentioned it, like, when we were talking. Yeah, but like Back to Back caught my attention. Even his whole shit with Pusha T, that caught my attention. This just didn't catch my attention. And probably because it started out like because I don't like Tupac music, it kind of already initially from the jump threw me off. And I was just like, all right, can we get through this? And then it switched to Snoop. And then I was just like, oh, okay.
Like, oh, this is a West Side thing.
Which I get it. I mean, which I get it. If that's Kendrick's favorite rapper, you're trolling him. Okay, cool. Got it. It just didn't work for me.
I don't even think it was about it being his favorite rappers. It was more so about the fact that he's from the West Coast.
He's from the West
and Drake feels like, what Drake had said on the other song was that like Compton people or LA people don't claim Kendrick because of whatever, which is not true. So it was just weird. I don't know. Like, I feel like all the disses that Drake has been given to Kendrick is just kind of lackluster. Like, okay, you called him short. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you brought up his wife.
I just don't think that Drake is going as Like one
Like,
thing
give
about
me
Drake, you're going to bring up a woman. You're going to bring
for
women into
sure,
this.
for sure.
You want us to go down your list because you fucking 21-year-olds. You want us to go down your list, baby.
Yeah,
And
it's
I think that's why I'm kind of turned off from Drake too, because it's like, wow, you just like the niggas out here on the street that have aged out of the women their age. Everybody know you corny and rumors small. So now you're going to mess with the young girls who just happy to have $1 in their pocket. You ain't no better than Diddy.
in the name, the clout of fucking with Drake.
Yeah,
But as
like,
far as like the overall beef and why they're beefing, allegedly it's well, Kendrick and Drake been going back and forth with each other for like years, but nobody ever directly said anything to one another. But apparently Drake now owns some type of masters of publication that got all the rappers in a tizzy. So he's getting checks off of them, even if the songs have nothing to do with them, because now he owns this whole thing, whatever, or has like ownership in it. And then what really set it off is that rappers are saying that he is now not clearing certain songs or samples or whatever and getting in the way of them making their money. So that's why niggas is mad. As far as like the Rick Rosses and that whole thing, like he sent French Montana a cease and desist. Like, why did you do that?
do
Like,
you watch?
that's weird.
You watch Mace and Cameron podcast?
Mm-hmm.
So remember the joke they made about like, what if I just happened to own something? Like, who would you sell it to? They was going back and forth. I think that's what happened. I think that they sold mad stuff to Drake, and they came up because I don't know who would buy, like, who petty enough to buy other people publishing rights. Drake.
But I don't even think like business wise, it does make sense because that's really where the money is in the publishing. That's where all the money is tied up. I mean, you have like other groups that buy other artists' catalog all the time. Michael Jackson owns several artist catalogs. So it's just like, I own it. I make money off of this. They sell it. Cool. Right. That's a part of not having your own ownership.
I don't think
I mean, and even if it's like, I don't know the details of it. If it's like a mixed bag of artists, like if it's like a thing like Universal Music Group, there's so many artists under Universal. Now, if I do something where I'm in partnership and I'm buying like masters or public publishing rights from UMG, I get everything because it just so happens to fall underneath of that. Now, I'm not taking it away because we all know that Canadian man is very petty. So if it was an issue where, nigga, I'm going to buy your shit, now I own you, I could very well see that. But I'm just saying, if it's like a mixed bag.
I don't think it has anything to do with him. I don't think it has anything to do with the ownership. From what I've been seeing, it's the fact that, like, okay, now that he has this power, he's using it in like a negative way and not clearing certain things or not allowing other artists that have helped him on the grind, like a Rick Ross or a French Montana or whoever, those older, quote unquote, older acts, like kind of like not stopping their bags on some Nicki Minaj shit. You know what I'm
like
saying?
that I don't like. It's like I can stop it because I can. Yeah, because it's like I can do this. So,
but that's the other thing that I don't like about like male rap beef. It's like it'd be so like you have to do so much research to figure out why they're even fighting that like I don't even care anymore. Like this whole beef, I really don't give a damn about. I just want Kendrick to come out and give his diss, and then I'll start paying attention again. The online antics is entertaining, but it's like I can't really think or pick a side or figure out what we're mad about when I don't know why you niggas is fighting. Like, what is the problem? At least with the girls, we be knowing what they beefing about.
Yeah. I can't relate to y'all comparing jets and houses. Like, can we bring this back?
I'm delusional, so I can.
Yeah.
But
I don't know the difference between one that was made in the 1960s and one that was made yesterday. It's a jet.
I'm delusional. In my mind, I'm on a jet right now.
They got leather.
No, but seriously, like I just be for things that be entertaining and catch my attention.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why the Kendrick diss was it was so good because it was entertaining. I like the antics. Give me the bullshit. Yes, give me some character. Don't just like say your bars. No, give me some something.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little umph
Right.
into it.
But
Right.
Make
overall,
it sound good. And then I was
but
just like,
overall,
oh, okay.
as a rapper,
Yeah.
you have to admit that
Shit
as a
things
Yeah,
up.
rapper,
because I'm not
Kendrick is
running
way
to
more
listen
entertaining.
to Kendrick shit either. If I
Yeah,
hear it,
maybe not
I heard
running,
it.
but
I
I
was
do
just
like
listening
I
to
do like
the album for Metro and Future, and I heard that, and then obviously that was there. But just like,
now I will
Mhm.
listen to when Kendrick drops. I definitely listen a couple of times to see if I like it or don't like it.
yeah, he's another one. It's just like not my thing. Like certain Kendrick songs that I have that I really, 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 really love. Still to this day, I listen to Money Trees at least once a week. That's my shit. I listen to it all the time. But to say I'm gonna listen
Mhm.
to this whole album, even like his last album, nah, I'm cool. I think I got halfway through and I was
This is
just
my
like,
favorite Kendrick song.
I'm done with this.
Early Kendrick, like early Kendrick. Which album was that?
The one with the car in the front.
Section 80. No.
Oh,
I'm talking Section 80. Fuck Your Ethnicity and ADHD. I played it. Well, we played it in my best friend's vehicle. But ADHD, yeah.
I agree with
That
that.
was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. So their rap beef is just like, it ain't as intriguing to me. It's really not. Unless we're gonna really start
It
like,
got boring quick.
yeah. So like Rick Ross keeping it alive with these
Yeah.
fucking Tia Kemp like antics
Mm-hmm.
is hilarious.
Mhm.
BBL Drizzy
Yeah.
is hilarious. Because people like when I tell you the plastic surgeons, white boy, the plastic surgeons have been going in on TikTok about Drake, but long before Rick Ross said anything. It like there has been and there's been comparisons. It's like you could look at that man's face, baby. The face is different. Them eyes is different.
The
Well,
lips.
you know,
It's different. So
You know,
yeah, the nose
his
is different.
genetics, the way the genetics set up, is not in his favor.
No,
Age-wise.
because I'm like Jimmy, you've been on TV since you was in a wheelchair, so we know what you really look like. What how your face now, and it's more
Mhm.
than just you aged. No,
Yeah, no.
that face now is not the
No.
same face. That nose is not the same nose. Those eyes have like you have some kind of
The hairline.
filler.
The hairline's not even the same.
Yeah, no, he fixed it. But it's just like, yeah, we could tell you did something. But now that Rick Ross is talking about it, it's so funny. It's so funny.
And also, not to get
Said you
too
wearing them
deep,
funny
but
outfits
like,
at your shoes.
not to get too deep, but like, people trying to put the whole reverse racism thing on Rick Ross, saying like, "Oh, you're calling him white boy as racist because he's biracial." Da da da. It's like, no, he's calling him a
That's
white
not how
boy,
racism works.
but not even that. He's calling him a white boy because, as white people do, when they get in position of power, they try to oppress people. And that's why he's calling him a white boy. So when he tried to leak that text of him and his, not leak, but when he posted the text of him and his mom saying, "Oh yeah, he's racist," Rick Ross should have called him a Karen and been like, "See, this is what they do.
Yeah.
They play victim and say being racist and da 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 da." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because
It's like, and
you
then
cannot be
for
racist.
years,
There's
people
no such thing as reverse racism. That's not a thing.
and then for years, people have been criticizing Drake for, of course, leaning on his blackness within the music and the entertainment industry. But outside of that, what? So it's like White Boy was a good joke. I just feel like Rick Ross should have just delivered and called him a Karen.
He needed Tia Kemp on his side, and then them jokes really would have been flying. But now they too busy going back and forth with each other.
Yeah, I think Drake was texting himself, and here's why. If you look at the top of the screenshots, you don't see a blue bubble in the shadows. And you know, when you look in them iPhone messages, it is translucent. You can see the other text messages at the top, and there's nothing up there. So I was like, he was sitting there.
Well, some people delete their threads every day.
He a receipt keeper. I don't know. I don't have him down for that.
Oh no! I mean, he could have been texting himself. He probably could, you know, whatever. He was texting his iPad.
It was too much.
I'm gonna shoot him some bail. I'm hoping that he's not that fucking lame to be texting himself. That's a whole nother level of unhinged. Like you're disturbed. You over there texting your fucking self. That's crazy. I don't like that. So I'm gonna shoot you some bail, Drizzy. I'm gonna hope he wasn't texting yourself, and that's all I got for you. That's all I got.
All right.
But outside of them,
you shoot him that bell, baby.
That's all I got. Couple dollars on it. Christopher Maurice Brown.
Her. And you know, they told me as a brown skinned woman, I'm not supposed to like him and defend him. So I guess I'm gonna pick me. But guess what? It's always
Ciara,
gonna be
who told
CB
you
for
that?
me. The internet.
You know, now this is
That's what they
there's
told
some
me.
entertaining shit. Now this is what I'm talking about, the shit that's entertaining. This right here.
Mhm.
My only thing is we know how Chris get down. And at this point, it's going to get to a point like, nigga, when we see each other, now I got to put hands and feet on you. And we know who's going to be the winner. I just
Yeah.
hope that it's one of those situations that he keep his hands to himself and let a nigga swing on him first and then proceed to unleash.
Well, he kept his cool. He would have never came out and said nothing if Quavius didn't put out that Tinder whatever song that nobody even cares about.
But I thought that then Chris started, because his line and his song on the
What?
deluxe did come out first before Tinder came out.
Are you sure? I feel like they came out like the day after like one another. Are you sure?
Yeah. Because he had the whole line about like drinking 42 non-migos or something like that. So Chris started it. He came out. Then Quavo came out with Tinder. It was lackluster.
Yeah, very.
It you know,
If you're gonna respond, at
least respond
like,
well. Then Chris came back.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay. We all know that Chris is still hung up on Karrueche. That is what his Achilles heel. That is the one thing. It's like, baby, please. She's not coming home. She's gone. That's your one that got away. She will never come back. That is it. That is all.
The hose.
That is it. That is all. She's never coming back. Like, you have been mentioning this lady, and this is why people gotta be like, nigga, you crazy. He's a Taurus man. He's fucking crazy.
He said he was crazy.
Yes, he's crazy. And keeps showing everybody he's fucking crazy. Like, please stop mentioning.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't enough to yell her full name on an album. Every single album, there is a song that you know, like, damn, he talking about Karrueche. Every single one. And there is a song about her on every single album. That is so unhinged. So unhinged.
He's unhinged. We know that.
Very unhinged. And I would love for it to stop, but we know it's not gonna stop. And that's a travesty.
No.
That is a travesty.
But the thing to me that's also really dumb is the fact that Quavius and Karrueche aren't even a thing. So why?
It was a moment in time, literally.
Well, it was multiple
still
moments in
living.
time.
Yeah, I would say it was multiple moments. But I'm saying
the problem is
currently
that
right
it's
now.
Yeah, currently right now, no. So I don't know why he was like prompted to say something. It's like, okay, is there something going on that we don't know as to what triggered you to make you be like, oh, I'm going to put this in a line, or is this an old song? Like, where's this coming from? That's my only issue. Like, I need to know what started this. What happened?
Wasn't Quavo on the internet? He was under Karrueche pictures or something a couple months ago.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
saying something in regard to like, oh, not like on some you should have chose me type shit. That's what I remember seeing.
Oh well, damn. But still, even at that point, y'all are long separated. You're long separated. So it's like it's no need. Even if Quavius felt that way, Chris, you still feel that way because you still be up under that girl pictures. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Let it go.
You come home.
Whatever what Karrueche with the chopsticks did to them, whatever she sprinkled on them, more power to you, sis. But y'all got you gotta stop. But in terms of the beef, and it's like it's funny, it's interesting because
I don't think they're beefing over her anymore. I think they're just beefing just because now they just really hate each other.
But I feel like they only really have one reason to hate each other, and that's the whole Karrueche situation. And it's just like it just spiraled on. And now it's just years and years and years have gone by of like taking little jabs at each other back and forth. So now it's just like we got a problem. And it's just like, really, for real. It's not that big of a deal. But it's so old. But I'm like, what else has transpired that we don't know about?
Well, guess what? BET Weekend is coming back up again. And the last time BET Weekend happened, when they got into it, that was that. So we're going to see.
Yeah. And I just hope that, like I said.
Wait, so this is what I'm confused about. Y'all keep saying Karrueche, but they've mentioned Sweetie. So I think it's more of a like, there's no bro code. We used to be cool, and you just like we going bitch for bitch now. I think that's
well,
what it is.
and in that instance, then Quavo started it by dating Karrueche when Chris Brown and Karrueche broke up.
Mhm.
Then he started because there were like vivid pictures of her trying to hide in the car. I'm like, why nobody ever have tents?
Mhm.
But yeah, like that initially started it because they all used to be cool. Migos, Chris Brown, they all used to be cool. Once that shit happened, they're no longer cool, and they have not been cool since.
Mhm.
So now,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a tit for tat kind of situation. Like, oh, you fucked my bitch. Now I'm gonna fuck your bitch while you still with her, nigga. And we all know one
But
thing.
my thing is, how do we know? I mean, I assumed he was talking about Sweetie, but how do we know he's talking about Sweetie?
Because he said sweetie in the
No,
song.
he said sweet.
He said something about sweet.
Oh,
He said it was sweet, and don't let that go over your head.
I was trying to shoot my girl some.
You was trying, but no. And we all know the record has shown Christopher don't lie.
Oh no, one thing he's not is a liar.
So if he said it, it's factual. It's true.
I believe that shit. Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Y'all are so well versed in the girl beef. And I'm just over here like,
oh, really?
Child, this is good.
But yeah, like he don't lie. So we know that it's true.
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's true. And I really feel like that was why they broke up. Because people been trying to pin it on. People been trying to
happen in the elevator.
Like people been trying to pin it like, oh, it was Offset. It was Offset. I don't think Quavo and Offset would have ever spoken, ever had anything to do with each other if that was the case. If it was Offset, regardless of Takeoff or anything, I think that it would have just been like, nah, nigga, we'll never fucking speak again.
Yeah, no.
So I don't think it. I don't think it was him. But I could. That man repoed her car. Oh, that nigga was big mad. Hurt.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah, I think
he said take.
It was Chris. It was Chris. Like his arch nemesis, if you will. It was Chris.
I believe it.
So I believe it. I believe everything that Chris said was true. He definitely fucked Sweetie while he was still with Quavo, and that's his MO. So
I can believe it.
Yeah. So outside of that, how do y'all feel about the whole Takeoff line? Because you have like half of the internet is like, it's no rules in rap beef. He didn't take it too far. And then other people like, oh my God, he took it way too far. That was so low.
He didn't say anything disrespectful.
The only thing disrespectful he said was people wished it was Quavo and not Takeoff. And let's be
honest, the internet said that. We didn't say that.
The internet said
that was a thing.
We didn't say that, but the internet said that. When we were online on Twitter and on the socials, they was definitely saying, oh, Quavo deserved because he did blah, 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 blah. It shouldn't have been Takeoff. So, like, I feel like he didn't say anything in that way that any of us haven't already seen on the internet. And I feel like if you are going to, I mean, let's be honest, if Quavo gets in a diss with anybody, of course they're going to bring up the fact that people believe you got your nephew, unalived. So if he gets in a beef with somebody, it has to come up. Like what? It's not just going to be about bitches. I'm pretty sure there's other things that Chris could have said, but I feel like he said it in the most respectful way possible. He said, "Rest in peace to Takeoff." He was the realest nigga in y'all crew, but y'all other two niggas. I mean,
why do you be acting like Quavo don't rap good? That's the part that I'm kind of thrown off. I don't think that any of them were like not talented.
I'm not gonna say any of them were not talented, but
the other side of it is like, yeah, we wish it was him because he's not the best Migo. And it's like,
well, Quavo's not the best Migo,
huh?
He's not the best Migo.
No, he's not. But the way it's said is just like, y'all know that he's not a terrible rapper.
I mean, I'm not saying Quavo's a terrible rapper, but I definitely think without the group, he does not have the type of pull that he. Yeah, I think that's the conversation. It's not him as a rapper; it's him as a solo rapper. Is the thing.
Yeah, like some people thrive and they need the collective. They need because they feed off of one another. It's like, okay, whereas like Takeoff is going to be the strongest rapper. Like strictly just rapping. He's going to be the strongest rapper. Quavo is going to bring his sauce to the mix by giving us the melodies and the singing. It's going to bring an entire song together. Offset has proven that he has both. He can do either or, even on certain records where one person might not be there, like Bad and Bougie. Takeoff is not on there. So it's like, okay, we have the two of us. I can flip back and forth in between either one. And I feel like that made the dynamic of the group work. We all saw when they all put out their solo projects how differently each one sounded. Quavo's was all like melodies the entire way down. It kind of got annoying, and it was long. Whew, that project was long. Then you have Takeoffs that was just...
I literally did not like that project at all.
No, it was just too much. It was like maybe like a couple songs on there, but other than that, it wasn't like, oh, I want to keep listening to this. Takeoffs was all straight rapping the entire time. Maybe a couple like trying to put in like a song structure here and there, but overall, you knew exactly what you were going to get. It was rap. Offsets was a combination of the two. You have very like commercial records with clout. Then you have others like just straight rapping ones.
Rapping.
Yeah, so it's just like you know that from his projects you're gonna get a good mix of both sides. Collectively, I think even as a collective, I wouldn't say, even from a Takeoff perspective, that he would have been a strong solo artist either. Some people genuinely benefit from being in a group. You need all of those elements for it to be a cohesive and successful thing. Everybody can't be solo. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people need groups. And outside of this situation, we seeing that with City Girls. It is a clear thing. I feel like JT's new snippet for Okay is doing okay.
Love it.
Like I want to hear the whole thing. Cause I'm still kind of on the fence.
Honestly,
I'm still kind of on the fence. It's catchy.
No, I like it.
Yeah,
it's catchy to me, but I want to hear
most of her music is going to just be catchy.
Yeah.
Well, so far she's 2 for 2, so I'm gonna give her the 3.
Yeah, I feel like.
Well, me and Tarré was talking about this yesterday. It's giving 2 for 2, but like it's giving 2 for 2 like TikTok. Like she's winning one set of people, and we don't know if that means longevity.
I don't think that's true. I think most people, because we're girls, we're going to use the sounds on TikTok because that's what we do. But I feel like overall, if I'm listening to music, as far as like getting ready, I'm going to put No Bars and Sideways on the same way I'm going to put on Meg, and the same way I'm going to put on Cardi. I'm not going to put on Sweetie because after like 30 seconds of the song, I'm annoyed. I turn it off. I'm not going to put on Carisha because the song is only about 45 seconds and it's annoying. I'm not going to put on, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like No Bars and Sideways, it's definitely a good mix of like a confidence affirmation, kind of like Glow, but in a different font.
I would like to see the type of longevity out of one of the rap girls like Foxy Brown and Lil Kim, and not to compare them, like not them like specifically as artists, but the fact that every Friday I listen to the Hardcore album because it is that album. I still listen to Get You Home. Like I still listen to all of those songs because they're good, and I just don't see that for the girls right now. Like I don't see myself years from now still playing their music, and that's why I got to give it to, unfortunately, Nicki Minaj, because I will be listening to Itty Bitty Piggy when I'm 50 years old. But I can't say that I'm going to be listening to Okay or Sideways. And I think that I made that comparison because JT's style or whatever she's going for, it gives that classic girly rap, like Trina vibes. Like, I guess that's what Carisha thought she was going for. But it gives that. I don't think
I would give her Trina.
I wouldn't give her.
I wouldn't give her Trina. I would give her more of like a Foxy Brown.
I would give JT Foxy, right?
Yeah.
I would give JT Foxy, but I think like her style, like her approach to like the Sideways art, the cover art for that gives like Miami Girl. I forgot who she.
Oh, Jackie O.
Jackie O, right? So that's why I made that comparison. I don't know Jackie O's music. That's why I said Trina.
Oh, they're different. But I see what you're saying, but I think that like, I don't know. I feel like JT's doing a more like rappy approach, but at the end of the day, she is a Florida girl. So it's kind of like she's only but so rappy she's gonna come off. So I feel like her music is the type of music you have to listen to a couple times before you actually kind of like catch the bars, like, oh shit, that was a bar. Like, oh, okay, cool. It's
Mhm.
not so in your face. And I think that's because of the Southern Miami aspect of who she is in general. Like, even with Trina, it's like
Mhm.
a lot of her music just sounds like nasty rap. But like, if you actually listen to it, it's like, oh, she's saying some shit.
Mhm. Some nasty shit.
So, well, yes, most of the time. But I don't know. I think JT has the potential to actually be the next, like, one of them girls. She's never gonna, not never, but I don't think she's gonna be commercial status like a Cardi B or a Megan because of just her as a
But
unit.
she ain't friendly. She don't fuck with y'all, bitch.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I don't think she's gonna be that, but I do think her music will have a little bit of like longevity when it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like, oh, I remember this summer when I was in the club and OK came on, especially because she's using those like early 2000 Jeezy and all those like types of like sounds that are still ringing off in the club today. If we hear some of those songs in the club, we was in like 5th grade. We still getting lit off of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm a see. I have hope for her.
Yeah, I have hope.
JT,
That's all I can have.
I can.
That's all I can have. I can have hope. Like Sideways and No Bars was cool, but I don't like have to listen to it. If I hear it, I'll listen to it. But it's not like, ooh, when I get in the car, let me go and find a song and turn it on. And that's why I made the comparison of just like I have an issue with artists in general when they try to, I feel like, purposely make something that is going to, with the purpose of trying to gain traction on social media. Because I feel like with like TikTok, it becomes very short lived. So now it's just like, okay, we're going to.
I don't think she's purposefully doing that though. I think she's trying to find her sound.
Well,
because I feel like the difference is she's never told us to, make this a challenge and make videos, this, that, and the third. However, Carisha has. And
no, she has been on Twitter. I was telling Tarré, she has been doing it on Twitter. Like,
JT?
even if, because even if the music can't be streamed, like the actual song, it gets taken down by TikTok. She like, any mix that you hear, make sure you use it on your story. And that's why I'm like, I don't think that her reach is really like, I don't think the goal is for her to reach past that particular group of people, because she's going so hard to like put the music on the platform. Or that could just be her way of getting streams in general. But like, that's how I read it.
I think it's like, more so about the fact that like people argue that she needs Miami because she doesn't have her own fan base, and Miami was a more personable one. So I think her doing things like this, just like with her tour, her backyard barbecues, I think that this is just her way of trying to like get her core audience and build that relationship. I think she's trying to take the Nicki Minaj approach and build the barbs, but not the barbs. You know what I'm saying? The juvies. I think she's trying, when Nicki Minaj was on her come up and she was going to the clubs, it's literally what JT is doing right now. So I don't know if Nicki Minaj, that's the other thing I'm a little fearful of. I'm like, okay, yes, Nicki Minaj is very successful in her career and being like the rap girl. And I feel like JT might be getting, some advice or leadership from her, which could be beneficial to her. But at the same time, this is not 06, 07, 08. So it's like the things you're trying to redo, it's cool because everyone's in the Y2K era right now and it's cute. But
yeah.
So that I do agree with y'all on. So I feel like the way she's trying to build her platform, it's cute, but how are you going to pivot?
Yeah, and that was another thing that I was
work. So
sorry, that was another thing that I was saying to Michelle, and that kind of is like my point of like making things for social media. Everything is short lived. It's an era. It's like, okay, like soft girl era was not that long ago. We have since moved on from soft girl era. We are in a whole different thing now, and it's like, okay, so all that shit is over. Now what? You can't just, I feel like trying to pigeonhole yourself and just do something for social media that quickly will move on and forget. You're going to be in the social media graveyard. And that I feel like it kind of hinders art. It's helpful, but it also hinders artists at the same time, because they're trying to chase something that's so quick rather than be like, okay, this is my sound. No matter what's going on in the environment, this is my sound. This is what I'm going to do. But also because I feel like with not just JT, there's other artists who fall into the category as well. When it's like their age, they're closer to our age than they are their actual fan bases. So if you look at like a JT, a Sweetie, Carisha, their age group wise, we're all in the same age group, but their target audiences are much younger than them. So even my issue a lot of times with Sweetie is just like, girl, you're 30 fucking years old. What the fuck are you saying? Like, what are you talking about? Yes, like, girl, that's a decade ago. We're long past that. It's like you have not grown up. So and that kind of that's a little bit of my issue. It's like everything is so like young, and it's just like if you really look at how old you are, what are we doing here? At what point are they going to be able to like? Yeah, it's like for rap years they indulge you. Like, okay, I'm 7. No, you're not. You're a 30-year-old woman. So now how are we going to pivot to now I'm a fucking adult because you're only going to get older? Are we going to keep making pretty much childish, generic music because you're trying to, again, attract a subset of people that really only consume media and things in one place? It's not growing with
and this is the same
else.
criticism that we have had with Nicki Minaj for years. It's like she has not grown in her content since we were in the itty bitty piggy stage. So it's like a part of me feels like they're looking
her
at
as the example, and it's like
or
that's
whoever
not,
else.
Yeah,
her,
it's not really.
There's nobody else. Yeah. So it's like
I feel like it's weird because I think even if you look at like Nicki Minaj, so original Barbs, I think we will be in the age group of original Barbs. And I think that we can all, I think we can all attest.
I definitely was a Barb at one point in my life.
You know, in the early stage, I still have a picture of that Halloween. And the early stage, every time, like sometimes, you know, like when you want a good laugh, you know, like SpongeBob, we had this little secret box with the picture in there. I have certain pictures that I scroll to with my phone just for those moments. And it's like, I feel better. Cheer me up. That is one of those photos.
It was a good Halloween.
It just tickles me every single time I see a picture. But like we're part of the group of original Barbs. We have since essentially outgrown it because it's just like a new wave of bullshit has been introduced that it's just like this ain't the original shit. So this ain't what I signed up for. This cult is not what I signed up for. The new age of Barbs is just like we're not in the same group. We have outgrown what she's doing, and she's still in the same spot. It's like, okay, I'm not saying I need Nicki Minaj to come out and give people 444. Like, please don't. But at what point are you going to give us something that's a little bit more mature?
Yeah.
And I will say that the last album, the Pink Friday album, certain songs does have that content of being a mother and being a wife, but the delivery on it is still very juvenile. So the lines can clearly be misread because it's like what I hear you saying is not what it sounds like you're saying.
Yeah. And it don't even have to be that. It don't even have to be like she talking about being a mother and wife, right?
No, I'm just saying she has.
Like
that's
how
all I'm saying.
Another thing. No, yeah. I get it. I'm saying like as far as like mature rap, how we were just talking about how like Drake and Rick Ross, they talking about billionaire nigga shit. Like I can't relate to that. Give us something. Like you are worth a lot of money now. Like you are one of the older girls. Talk your shit. Just talk your shit. We don't need to hear. It's just given when she came out with that song with 6ix9ine. Everybody was like, "Huh? You're literally 40. What are we doing here?" And it's over and over and over again. Like it's not.
So you're saying
she keeps putting
you don't want to be able to relate to her anymore, which I agree with. I don't want to relate to you. I want to look up to. I don't want to relate to her. I want to look at you and be like, "Damn, I seen you come from here, bitch, to talk your shit." I don't want to relate to her.
Oh yes, no, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying the maturity of the music needs to get better. I don't want her to be on some like again what we was talking about yesterday. I don't want her to be like Nas, where Nas is just like,
no, I don't like want that. No,
I just
like certain things it has to grow and age with you, and I feel like that.
I feel like the only person who's done that well is Jay-Z, and as far as females, Beyonce, because we've grown with her, and I'm not sick of her. I'm still listening to her whole entire catalog. I feel like I took a break from being a fan because the Beehive was just so insane during like 2016 time that I needed a break. But now it's like I'm back in the Beehive, but I'm like, I'm not in Swarm. I'm in my honey phase,
Oh no.
But yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
like it's like that. It's proven that artists can do it successfully. It's just like, okay, you have to be able to have the capacity and really be willing to step out and just be like, okay, I'm going in a different fucking direction. Is you coming or you ain't? Because if you're not, that's fine. There's other people that are going to like it. There is a market for everyone. And I feel like you cannot just oversaturate this one market. Leave the 20 and under shit. I feel like leave the 22 if you're still in college, leave that fucking group and under, leave that shit to the Lottos, leave that shit to the Coily Rays, leave that shit to them. Move over. We need clear defined categories of our rappers. Just like there are for men. It's the same shit. It's just like, I need y'all to be in this bucket, service this group of people. And then the rest of y'all could be in this bucket and y'all could serve the people in high school, people that just got to college. You can serve them. Cool. Sexy Red and them, they can go on their college tours and be like, okay, I'm going to do this school's not halftime, homecoming, this school. Y'all can do that. Give us the next group of people, please. Move over. I'm tired. I want more. You know when they say act your age?
Give me.
We kind of need that. We need the girls that's in their 30s, 28, 29, 30. Baby, move over.
Yeah.
We literally have nothing.
We have Beyonce.
We have nothing. So it's just like the way Sideways is going to pop off to somebody that's 18, it's not going to hit me the same.
Well, I don't even think it's just that. I think for us, we're not in the clubs every weekend. So it's like if when summertime comes and we all link up and we go out, yes, we're gonna listen to Sideways or No Bars or this and that.
We need to go out.
That's not
like, is there a brunch? Is there a brunch?
We need to go out. Where's the day party? I do want to go back to the
we're
park.
We're not outside in that manner. So I think like when we are outside in that manner, we want to hear Sexy Red. We want to hear all the girls. But we don't exactly. But we don't really be outside in that manner. We be at I be at the brunches and the events and networking outings. When I go outside, I want to hear my outside stuff. So I just need a balance.
And until I get that balance,
that's what
it's fucking B-Hall till I die, bitches. Because me and Cowboy Carter, we will con down this bitch. We are locked in every freaking day. We not coming up off this until March 29th, the next year.
And even then, also, if she ain't giving us nothing new, I'm still on it.
Little kitty cat. She really just makes time this music. She makes time this music. I have to give it to her.
Her whole catalog. I was literally listening
to so
Lemonade.
Good.
Yo, you
just going off of this. Just going off in my house for no reason. Like the child was so confused. Like, this is Beyonce that we listen to.
Same Beyonce. If you try that shit again, that be me all the time. When you try that shit again, you gonna lose your wife. Being happy as fucking can be. Like, what the fuck like is going on?
Like, I don't know. I live for the drama.
All you did was leave a sauce at Chick-fil-A and you threatened him.
Seriously, because it be that fucking serious. Yes. Don't fuck around with my sauce. Now I'm not hungry. Now I got an attitude. Don't ruin my fucking meal. Don't piss me off. I need that on a t-shirt. Don't piss me off. I need that. Don't.
There might be one. If
piss
not,
me
off.
Merch on the way.
Because the amount of times I say that in one day, and I need a full-length version of that song.
Oh.
I need it.
I have a theory. I think what's that song on the album?
2 Months
Miley Cyrus. Why do I think that song?
2 Most Wanted.
Yeah, 2 Most Wanted. Why does it get lesbian as well?
Because Miley Cyrus is bisexual, and people are trying to say that Beyonce is bisexual.
And I wouldn't put it past that. I think people. That's another story. But I wouldn't be mad. Like, I mean, it ain't for me to be mad.
I wouldn't give a damn either. I mean,
I feel like sexuality is fluid. So
Okay, I wouldn't say all that, but
she might have just discovered that. I know we're
but
both
then
still
again,
young.
yeah, but I also feel like why everybody
Yes,
gotta
like
make
can
everything
it just
gay?
be? Can it
'Cause it
just
Everything
be a
don't
song? Like,
like
is
I'm
it just?
everything
sorry.
don't gotta be gay.
That
Is it just
song,
because
y'all
it's
have to
Miley
be
Cyrus?
for
Like
real. Let's
my
When I
best
listen to that
friends.
song,
I
I
don't think
think about
about.
my besties.
I don't think
I
about
don't even think
scissoring
about my
bitches.
nigga.
Like I'm like, oh, these my bitches. Like
It's a double. It's a double one for me. I'm gonna read these. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. Listen to these lyrics. I know we're jumping the gun, but we're both still young. One day when we didn't know what I want till I saw your face. Said goodbye to the old me. Came out of nowhere. Didn't give no.
got the
So heavy like
why
a
would
two-month
you?
one. I don't know what you're doing tonight. I'll be your shotgun rider. That is a lesbian term, if I'm remembering correctly.
Would you?
I'll be
Only
your
would
backseat
you
baby,
know?
your sideline,
Are we
your third
projecting?
wheel, driving you crazy anytime you like. Been a while since I haven't tried to
Right,
pull
Michelle. I
away.
said this 2 weeks ago. If
It's
you gonna come
not.
out, just come out. But like, it's not gay.
Yeah, because it's
Maybe
giving
put my picture on the
projection.
wall, y'all might, but it's not giving that here.
It's giving projecting in IMAX.
No, but okay, no, I'm not projecting. Jokes aside, no, jokes aside, I'm not saying she is, but I think that is the perfect song. If she did, that would be the perfect song to be like, I tried to give y'all hints because that gives that. It gives.
I mean, we're taking
damn.
hints from this album. Then Bodyguard, her and Julius is in
If,
love.
if
So
we're taking
Listen.
hints,
like, I'm just
Why do people
saying.
really think she in love with Julius? That's so funny.
I mean, that man kind of fine a little bit. I like his attitude.
attitude
and his
just be
bald
like,
head.
He is not that good.
like damn.
Exactly,
Yeah,
I like that.
what?
He's very stoic.
You don't strike me as a type that like a standoffish nigga.
Are you serious? Matt's very standoffish. What the fuck?
Matt
That's
is
because
the
you know
nicest
him.
person I've ever met.
Yeah, because you know
I
him. Trey.
don't
Think
have-
about it. If people don't know Matt,
I know.
they think he's an
I don't know what
asshole.
she talking about. Like because you
Yeah.
know
As
him.
an asshole, so I don't know.
Yeah, because you were introduced to him as this is my friend.
I'm also the personality hire here at Friendship Incorporated, so everybody loves me.
Yeah,
And
that
if you
too.
don't, you're just a fucking hater.
But no, we definitely have friends and people who have said, yeah, I thought Matt was an asshole. I didn't understand until
They're the
you
problem.
see until you see him in like a different element. But even in our regular lives, people think he's so
And it's
serious
like,
and very
no.
mysterious.
Look,
Yeah, I
serious. LOL. Y'all should
It's
hear
true.
what he say under his breath. Cause
Exactly.
yeah. It's just like I'm
He's
in a
amazing.
different
Like,
boat
he's
because
hilarious.
I've known Matt
Sorry, man.
pretty much the same amount of time that Ciara has known Matt. So it's just like
You've known him before.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about Sperry Matt.
Yes.
Y'all know Sperry Matt.
Mm-hmm. That too. He still wear them. Well, not the same one, but
Yo,
he still.
I remember when Brennan was saying something about his Sperry's on Twitter, and I was like, I'm going to tell. I'm telling. Like, yo, my LB love those Sperry's. And
sure
Brennan,
do.
sorry, Matt. Again.
It was a
Come
time.
on.
It sure was. Cause listen, if you want to tell people business, I still look at Colin as Day Day with the jean jacket. So
It's so crazy that we don't call him Day Day no more.
I have to break, like literally, it took me almost a year to break that name out of my noggin.
Yes.
Like,
when y'all thought I had two niggas, like, let's be serious.
Who's
Like,
like,
that was
just
so
spreading
funny.
fucking lies. Like,
what are you talking about?
lies.
ready to
And
put
I'm
it
just
each
like,
other. Like,
where did y'all get that? Like, no, that's not accurate.
That's funny.
okay, Trey, if y'all wasn't being all mysterious and
Yes.
acting like y'all didn't like each other, then we
Nobody-
wouldn't have to make a false narrative. Y'all should have told the truth from the beginning.
Posting pictures at Six Flags like
My
y'all
best
just
friend,
besties,
my
right?
best friend,
And
whatever.
everybody under the picture with her eyes. I still remember that day because I was like, they're both delusional. Two delusional people together. Y'all belong together.
And that's why y'all look like identical delusional ass twins.
You know
now.
what? The fact that all this time later that no one wants to believe me is insanity. Like, okay, I could see if my story
Two
changed
deluded women.
from then to now. My story has literally been the same. It's been the same.
Girl, I don't give a damn.
He was your best friend, but you wasn't his. You was his
Buffalo.
shotgun rider
That's not a
till the
big
day.
thing, though. That's not a me thing. That has nothing to do with me. I cannot control that. I'm just that girl.
The fact that you were trying to believe that he just wanted
So
to
no.
was just
So
your best
let's
friend.
let's. I don't
Every day you
control.
went over there.
I don't control what
every
nobody
time
else
you went
feels.
over, I was like, I'm gonna shoot.
I don't worry about that. It's not.
Oh,
It's
this is
not.
gaslighting.
It's not, guys.
This is gaslighting.
I cannot control how
You're being
anybody else
manipulative.
feels. Me?
Yes, you are.
If I'm not
But to act
in
like you
no
had
in
no
love
idea
with
he was
me,
in love
that's
with you
craziness.
the
No.
whole time.
No.
Okay, maybe not in love, in like, fond of.
He wanted
Well,
you.
yes,
He
He
like
wants you.
yeah, obviously,
need you.
because when I first met him, it wasn't like, oh, let's just be each other's best friend. No, but I told him I wasn't interested, and then I didn't say let's just be best. I didn't say let's just be best friends. And we just kind of like developed a friendship. Like I liked who he was as a person. And honestly, at first I was just like, Ciara, who the fuck is this nigga? I want him to stop talking to me. I don't want him to say anything to me.
Ciara, have you ever fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and collard greens for your best friend's whole house
Michelle,
on a random Sunday?
Okay, if I'm
A
being
large
honest,
pan?
if I'm being honest, Tarré is very much so that person. I'll never
Correct.
forget. I knew the girl for 2 weeks, and I said, "Damn, I like
Thank
enchiladas."
you.
She made me a whole pan of enchiladas.
Thank you. And Michelle,
Sure.
I'm getting your timelines fucked up. Okay, because we were already dating at that point. The only time I ever made food to bring over to their house was a fight party, and I brought fucking wings, nigga. That was for that was for Yasmin. I was requested to do that. That wasn't just out of the kindness of my heart. Like I was asked to do that.
Yes.
So
I remember that.
So I don't remember that.
But
Did I get a slice?
Yeah, y'all was spending a lot of one-on-one.
And nothing was happening. Let's clear it up. Let's be very straight and clear. Nothing was happening.
That's fine.
Well, yes, I feel like. I feel like yes, naturally when you spend a lot of time with somebody, you get to know them. And it's like, okay, I can see how people like, oh yeah, you can grow to like someone, you can grow to love someone. Because plenty of people start out in platonic relationships. And that's what it was. I wasn't interested in him.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in that way. So it's like, yeah, But what if
he was interested in you?
It was one of those things like it was
grasping.
Okay, but here's my thing. Here's my thing when it comes to us women, because we do this. I'm guilty of it too, sis. But you could know a man like you bad and be like, oh, friend zone. But then we'll still spend that one-on-one time and get to know them, knowing they like you and they want to get to know you, and you're letting them get to know you, and you're like, I don't like you like that, but I'm gonna let you get to know me. For what? Why do we do that? I feel like he was doing his shit, I was doing mine. Like that's fine. Everybody can do what they want. What do you want me to be like? Okay, so initially, let's just everybody rewind and get the story straight. Because clearly there's a whole lot of misconceptions going on, and I don't like that. Ain't no damn misconceptions. Go ahead.
Probably got to do a podcast next, like Simone Biles' husband. Probably got to go on his own podcast. Probably like, well, first of all, I am the prize. I didn't even know her. Come on.
So I don't really.
But I just feel like
that's a topic for another day.
We weren't doing anything. Like it was just like cool. I could see like in those like I guess situations where it's like one person likes the other person doesn't return those feelings, but it's like I'm actively letting you pursue me in hopes that basically you're going to change my mind. It was not that. So I could see that, yeah, but it wasn't that.
So maybe not for,
because I think like once I kind of told him like
so
basically I kind of not you cool, like we could just like be friends and get to know each other. I never felt like it was like, oh, I'm trying to make you change your mind. I'm trying to make you like me. No, it was just like, okay, like once we, no, not at all. I'm just like, I didn't feel like it was necessarily a pursuit per se. And maybe that was just me not being dumb and not paying attention. Because I kind of look at like, if I'm not interested in something, I don't give a fuck about what else is going on. I'm not fucking interested. Over time, it's just like I told you, like I woke up and that's how I actually like him. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm entering this.
Yeah, you sat us down as if you had some news to tell us.
I had the news.
Girl, we already know.
We was like, okay.
But it was the same thing. Like I told y'all, and the same thing I told him. I wasn't going to be in nobody's revolving door. of girls, especially not him. Especially once I was just like, oh, I actually like him. I'm not gonna be in this revolving door. So we're gonna have to squash this. We can be cool, but until all those other bitches dissipate, we could never be together.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just like,
Yeah.
I think we're the same in that way. I don't do
I don't want to
do the gray areas.
And
it's
not
like,
necessarily to say that you can't do it, but you know, it's like certain people like, I can't do this with you, because if we start something, we are never going back to being friends. So it's kind of one of those things like, okay, I value the friendship because we actually did like really get to know each other, and we were actually really good friends. So that was not a farce. We really did like each other as friends.
I believe that.
So it's just like it was just like one of those things. We can't, once we cross the line, that is it. That is done. So if it don't work out, it's gonna be one of those situations. I will never speak to you again, because you know that's how I am. I'm very cut and dry. So it's just like, I know that we can't do that. So until we're just like, okay, I really had to ask myself, like, would you be okay? If I'm like, okay, cool, I could be fine with crossing the line and then it possibly not working out. Cool. But once I really started realizing I had feelings for him, I was still unsure about that. So it's just like, nah, I'd rather just continue to be friends, because I'm not sure if I could really be like, yeah, I want you, nigga. I know if I really wanted to put the full court press on him, I could have.
We gotta bring him on the podcast.
Like, I'm shy and all.
She said she gonna make.
But if I want you,
the full court press.
I'm going to have you. I want you. I'm going to have you.
And I'm
period. There's nothing that anybody else could say, do, look like Nathaniel. That's cute. It's literally like one of those things like, it's cute. Y'all bitches is cute.
Words of JC.
But you ain't me. And what else?
But y'all ain't.
But what else? But what else?
So I was very knowing of what I was capable of. But sometimes you gotta use your evil.
I know that's right.
Okay, so Weedy.
I know that's right.
What's wrong with y'all? But anyway, we're gonna put these rumors that y'all and these lies that y'all be spreading to rest. Okay,
sorry, go ahead.
Because I didn't put nothing on that man. I didn't put the full court press. I didn't put the pussy on that man. I didn't do nothing to that man. I didn't put my lips on that man.
Maybe one day, Michelle, you can.
Until later. And which y'all know about. So that's it. That's all. I saved myself for marriage. He gonna tell me the same story. So have you met him? You cannot bully him. I try often, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So what? I want to hear his perspective.
So bully him before he comes.
But he was in love with me. Let him tell it. I don't recall. I did not do anything. I didn't do anything but just be myself
from the first day, and you manipulated him.
We ever thunk about that?
I guess we'll just be friends until maybe he manipulated you. I guess we'll just.
I was just trying to make me the person. Me. No. Let's crazy about.
Oh my gosh!
I don't.
You were a willing participant in the manipulation, is what I'm saying.
You are a willing.
He didn't live in the basement. Thank you.
You wasn't in the basement.
You were who?
Tied up, hog tied.
Now,
y'all was going
one thing about it, and two things for sure.
Exactly. That's why I said you wasn't down there.
We did. We went to the movies on Valentine's
You were telling people that you and Colin were going on lunch. Going out to the movies and stuff, or whatever you and Colin was doing, when really it was a date.
It wasn't a date.
You see what I mean?
It was like
I'm just going out with my friend, and we like.
Oh no! That for his birthday that year, they had a party at their house, and that was it. And that was like the beginning of school
on Valentine's Day. Be so serious. And so, what did y'all do for his birthday that year?
Was that then? Yeah. See, okay. So see, even then, I was talking to somebody else when that happened.
Did we go to Waffle House that night? Was that the Waffle House?
Yeah.
We do.
That was
we
so
do.
Fun.
So yeah, so I wasn't interested in him.
We talk to plenty of people. We say hi bye all the time. Whatever. Sure.
Look,
Whatever.
okay, fine. Like, I mean,
What?
maybe this could be a conversation for
Ever.
another day.
Whatever
'cause I'm
narrative
just so
that
happy
y'all
this
hoes
tea is
wanna
not
paint,
about me.
Paint it.
You
Let's keep it on
next.
you. Whoa.
Who's next?
Whatever. I don't know how this turned on me,
Picasso baby.
but I don't like that. Whatever. Whatever. Don't make this shit about me. Oh
You
well.
stepped right in that
Anyhow,
shit.
I feel like this is fun.
Yeah, you stepped right in the
Hopefully,
dog
I will
shit.
not be in the hot seat. Yeah. Now, I'm sure as the weeks go on, Friday seems to be the day that people save their bullshit for.
Great hot topics.
Because it'd be quiet during the week. I'd be like, oh, it's going to be kind of like a slow week. We're not going to really have probably nothing to talk about. And then Friday just shows up and everybody loses their marbles. It's like they hold it all week long. And then, boom. Yeah, we love it. And everybody, please, like, let's just keep it with the words, okay? Let's not put hands and feet on each other.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for giving us content, guys.
No hands and feet. Yeah, no hands and feet, no other things. Let's just keep it in the booth. Yeah, let's just keep it in the booth. And that's
Chris,
it.
this is for you.
Because when we start taking it too far, now it's not funny. Let's keep it in the booth. Do you rap or do you tweet? Because I can't tell. Get in the booth, bitch. And thank you for coming to another episode of Controversy and Chaos. Yes, because I need the context from the tweets. I need the context from the tweets, and then I need to hear you in a booth.
Well, do both.
But if it's slacking in the booth, then the tweets are null and void.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyhow, we're done.
Bye.